Yo, what's up? I am back, and this is a tutorial for a really beautiful bracelet created by the fabulous Late Loomer. Okay, this is called Sydney Harbor, and this was created by the beautiful Late Loomer. Of course, you know her, very famous and very popular for her designs. And this one I actually love a lot because you can play around with colors so much. So if you notice, I use solid colors for the segments and also here. And then here I used a mix of different colors. If you will notice, this is yellow and green, and then here it becomes green inside and yellow outside. Here it's green outside, yellow inside, and then red here, and then pink, and then red. So I alternate per segment. So it really depends on you. Okay, so it's very pretty, and I think that you're going to enjoy making it. Okay, so I'm going to teach I'm going to teach it to you right now. So we are going to start with the cap band, which is the color of your center, and then we go to the sides. So for the cap band, I will be using this silver, the one in the center, and then for the side colors, I'll be using blue and green, and then this and this. Okay, so we will be using all the limited editions for this one, since this one used a lot of the mix. These are the sweets and pearl, and then here are the dual layer bands. Okay, so let's start with the cap band. Ta-da! Okay, then it will be followed by your pattern. So your pattern is 2 middle colors. Okay, right there. And then for the sides, you also need 2. So I'll be using blue, and then followed by green, blue followed by green. Let's move it here a bit so it's not blocking our view. So we go here, blue and green, followed by another set of silver, and then followed by my sparkle maroon. It's not sparkle maroon, the pink and the maroon, burgundy and the maroon, burgundy and the pink. I'm so confused there. That's our pattern. Okay, so you have 2 middle, 2 sides, 2 middle, 2 sides. So here we go. 2 middle, you get your 2 silver bands. You only apply these 2 silver bands in the beginning because later on it's going to be 1 by 1. So you do that. Okay, remember what is inside and what is outside, like that. Okay, so you now get the first of your side colors, which is for me the blue, and you will unloop these 2. Unloop those 2 and reclaim the first one closest to the hook, just like that. Okay, and then you get your next, which is the green for me, the gold mint, and then you unloop these 3 bands, and then you will reclaim 1 and 3. So you reclaim 3 and 1, and then you close. Okay, that's how it starts. And then you go to the other side and repeat the same steps. So get the blue, unloop these 2. Please keep this in order, and reclaim the first one, and then you close. And then you get your gold mint, unloop the 3, again pick up 1 and 3, 1 and 3. Okay, so you've got gold mint, 2 blues, 2 gold mints, 2 blues, and then gold mint again. Now here begins again step 1, which are the 2 bands. So you get your 2 silvers, and here's the technique that I use so that it's faster. You get these 2 and put it against these 2, and then remove, catch the first silver, and then unloop these middle 4, or at least the next 4. So you unloop, keep the order, and unloop. So you have 4 bands. Out of the 4, you will reclaim the 2 middle, the greens. Okay, like that. Now comes in the second silver, you catch it and unloop these two. Just like that. Now you can close. There. Okay. So you just have to remember the of your bands. This one is supposed to be inside. Just like that. So they get a bit twisted, untwisted. Like this one. There you go. Okay, and this one is also supposed to be on top. Okay, the outside band. So now it looks like that. See? And now you go to your next colors, which are the pink and the sparkle maroon. So you get your next color, which is the maroon, and you unloop these 4 bands, 4 half. So you unloop and unloop, and then now you will pick up 1 and 4, the first and the last. So you pick up this one and you pick up that one, and then you close. Then you get your next color, which is the pink, and then you unloop the 4 again, and once again you will pick up the first and the last, the first and the last. Okay, and then you go to the other side and repeat the same steps. You get your maroon, burgundy, unloop the 4, pick up the first and the last, this one and that one. And then you get your pink, unloop the 4, pick up the first and the last again, first and the last. See? And now you're back to step 1, the center 2. So you get your 2 silver bands again, put it against these 2, and remove, catch the first silver, and loop the middle 4, 2, 4. Then pick up the middle 2, 1 and 2. And then you catch this again and unloop these 2. Just like that. And then you can close. And you're back to the steps again of the sides. Okay? So, we're done with the maroons and the pinks. We go back to the green and blue. So you get your first blue again. And unloop these 4. And then pick up the first and the last. This and that. And then you get your green. And loop the 4 again. And pick up the first and the last. The last and the first. Ouch. Okay. Then you go to the other side and repeat the same steps. Get your blue. And then loop the 4. Pick up the first and the last. And the last. See? It's very easy. And then you get your green. And loop the 4 again. And pick up the first and last. Last. And the first. And you're back to the center colors again. See? It's very easy. So we'll do it one last time. Get your 2 center bands. Remove the first 2 with them. Catch the first of the silver and unloop these 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you pick up the middle 2. Catch this one and unloop these 2. And then you close. Okay. And then you get your next 2 colors, which are the maroon and the pink again. So get your maroon and catch the first and the fourth. The fourth and the first rather. And then you get your pink and loop those two, get the first and the fourth. You go to the other side, get your sparkle maroon and loop these four and catch the first and the fourth, and you get the pink and loop these four and you catch the last and the first. Ta-da! See? It's super cute. Okay, now once you have reached the length of your bracelet that you like, okay, you will now simply get a middle band, the silver, unloop the first half and pick up the two, just like that, and then go to the other side, unloop the other half, pick up the first and the last again, and then you close. I ran out of memory. Anyway, so we're basically done. So once you've done that, you just get a single band here, then you unloop all of them. Okay, then what I do so that it's a bit tighter is I get the two middle, and that's it. That's where I lock. Okay, that is where I put my secret, and you're done. It's so pretty. I love it. Too pretty. Okay, so this is your Sydney Harbour bracelet, created by the fabulous Light Luma. And when you make the bracelet, please don't forget the hashtag Jace Alvarez, Sydney Harbour bracelet, and Light Luma, because we would love to see your rendition. So I'll see you in my next tutorial.